crash in turn 4.
Man,
and there in the midst of it sits Tony Stewart and Kurt Busch, the 2 leaders.
I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe Tony got a little loose all at once. Tony hit the apron. He got down on the apron. He got a little bit loose. Kurt was all over the back of him, and there he goes.
Tony's dropped the window net on his car. That's a signal to safety workers that he is okay.
Just that little, you hear the throttle, and that's all it takes.
A 4-car jam session that we've been watching for a lap or 2 has ended up with Kurt Busch in the wall. In the number 2, he was racing with Tony Stewart, Greg Biffle, and younger brother Kyle.
That was predictable. I mean, these guys were not cutting each other any slack, and they'd been doing it for a number of laps, and it was going to happen sooner or later.
This was coming off turn 4.
Now, Tony had already passed Kurt a couple of times, and he passed him back, and this time he just didn't. Kurt tried to come up in front of Tony, and he said, we're not having any part of that.
Yeah, there was not a lot of give and take right there.
Not at all.
Denny Hamlin in the midst of that as well. Isn't this about the 3rd time, at least the 3rd time this year, that those 2 cars, beginning at the Daytona 500, have crashed together? Here, Busch comes in as they're looking at the damage to Stewart's car. Kurt comes up to offer his opinion.
And guess what they got in the 2 car? Parked
for the day.
Meet me at the Oval office, please.
Kurt, what happened on the racetrack and then on pit road?
You know, pit road was just me stopping there to make a point and only making the situation worse. So that was my fault. But out on the racetrack with Tony, you know, we raced 10, 15 laps side by side. He didn't give an inch. And I was making sure that I stayed off of him because earlier in the day, he tried to wreck us at 2 restarts. So I'm not sure where he came from today. It's really confusing on that side of it. But he did get mission accomplished. He wrecked us, and I have no idea what it stems from. So tough day for us and our Miller Lite Dodge. And then just to hear that Bill France Jr. passed away, that's a tough moment. So I feel bad that, you know, some of this is going to be overshadowed. What I did, but the most important thing is the France family today, so condolences to them. And, you know, for me, we just didn't finish again by a guy not giving an inch. Plenty of guys behind me all stacked up. He had let a few guys go. Don't know where he's coming from today, so we're all real confused by Tony's driving.
The Chevrolet R07 engine and the Toyota engine have a lot of similarities, but oh, there's a car in trouble, the 2, I think. Can't tell where it started. Something, I think he ran over something, though.
Somebody got, yeah, he's got all kinds of problems.
And the red flag is out.
He ran over somebody. I knew he did, or somebody ran over him.
Don't do anything. Don't worry about it. I know you want to. Don't worry about it. It won't do us any good.
Look at the right front on Busch's car.
And remember, our last race of NASCAR on Fox, we had this going on at Dover, Delaware between these 2 guys.
Well, I know that I know Kurt said he wasn't feeling well, but this isn't going to help him any.
The thing I disagree with, totally, what a mess here. The thing I disagree, Kurt Busch took it out on the 20 car. The guys that work on that 20 car had nothing to do with what went on the racetrack.
I think Tony was trying to exit his car to go over and talk to him, but I think there's something
and the season begins. Let's have a look here.
Serious case of bump drafting that went bad, I think. Oh, Tony's trying to squeeze by on the outside right there. There's not enough room, and he gets into Kurt. That's what Kurt's upset about.
Last year, the Daytona 500, they had the 2 fastest cars.
And 2 teammates tangled. Look at that, the 11 and the 20. There they go.
And Stewart and Busch ended up in a big crash that took both of them out. And one or the other of them probably would have gone on to win the race absent that.
Yeah, there just was not enough room left up there on the high side.
Tony Stewart getting up and against Kurt Busch.
A lot of emotion here, a lot of temper, a lot of emotion.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of aggression.
This is typical Richmond.
Yep.
This little deal here, it's not over just yet.
Let's see what happens here.
Took Stewart out of the groove.
Yeah, he got up underneath him, pushed him up the hill, and when he did, everybody went by.
Cost him 4 or 5 spots there. Now here's Kenseth.
Opinions expressed out on the racetrack carried over here in the garage. And Kurt, your conversation between yourself and Tony Stewart, what took place?
We'll get to that in a minute. I mean, for us, this was a solid run with our Furniture Row car. We were there. We were top 5 all night. Some guys cycled ahead of us. Some guys, we were able to get back by on long runs. So all in all, a great night for us to be in the top 5, have restarts up front, and lead some laps. And then you could just tell. I mean, green, white checker, everybody's going to put on tires. Some guys are going to do 2. Some guys stayed out. And it's just a free-for-all. I mean, there's rubber buildup in the outside groove. There's cars sliding up with old tires. So I don't know what the 14 was upset about. I got hit from behind. I got hit every which way. So did he. Kenseth moved us up out of the way at the end, so that's why I was upset with him. But hey, everybody's free-for-all. We got a top 10. But the biggest thing here is 10 laps ago, this car didn't have a scratch on it. Now it's destroyed.
When you look at this race today, what are you going to take away as you continue to build with this entire operation?
Just being able to work together through sequences of the race. And today, we didn't quite have the best handling car, but we worked with it in the top 5, and we hoped that the race would come to us. Today, it just didn't pan out. But today was a great day to be in the top 5, posted a top 10, and we got to go for wins. That's where we're going to be able to make the chase and be in the top 20 in points.
I ran this damn race 18 years and couldn't win it, so finally won it as an owner. And to watch Kurt, man, what an awesome job those last couple laps. You just really didn't know what was going to happen because guys were trying different things, and it's probably the most patient race I've ever watched Kurt Busch run, and he definitely deserved that one for sure. Really proud of everybody. Great day for Ford Performance and everybody at Stewart Haas Racing, and I think this finally gets Gene Haas all the crown jewels, and so this is awesome, man.